Sorry. Today is June 7th, 2026. I'll be going over today's practice session and I'm taking one trade which hit for a 1-to-1, very clean. I can really say anything about it. It just was really clean, to be honest. Uh there's only one thing that's pretty like but like otherwise I think it was really a really good trade and a guaranteed break even. You know what I mean? Guaranteed, not a guarantee like you're gonna get break even, more like okay, you're probably, most likely gonna get break even, but again, we didn't get break even and that shit hit for a 1-to-1, very clean. So let me see right here. Right here, boom, coming into market open, I deadass had more of a neutral bias slash leaning bearish. Why? Because if you look at ES, what are we doing? We have S and T's above. We have multiple S and T's with multiple swing highs. Um, with ES, we also are displacing lower, disrespecting the gaps left of us. Um, but I wanted some type of retracement. So we either this 1 hour we could retrace to, or this 4 hour gap above, or we had a 15-minute right here. So we can either retrace to all of that before we get a short lower to our sell side liquidity, which is this 4 hour median low. The only reason why I was kind of leaning neutral is because of ES. ES was kind of being kind of freaking weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like ES had was kind of going higher, but I can also see like you're disrespecting this gap to the left of us on ES. So again, I was kind of leaning more bearish slash a little neutral just because of ES was kind of being weird. But again, it doesn't really matter. Um, so, so yeah, kind of leaning more neutral slash a little bit more bearish. Also, ES had a bunch of low resistance liquidity, and just a bunch of liquidity lower to the downside after taking this buy side liquidity. So again, I was just leaning a little bit more bearish. But what did we do in the market open? My scenario was if we tap this 15-minute and we get a good reaction off it, and ES uh, S&T's is higher up here, I was willing to take a short, right? Willing to take a short. Um, and yeah, I also ES had this 15-minute 80-minute low that was also a good DOL for me for ES to go lower before we come higher. So again, I'm just waiting. And what do we do? Immediately, boop, what the hell? Okay. Okay. So what do we do? Immediately, okay, bro. Okay, ooh, give me a sec, bro. What the heck? Why is this doing? Why is that doing that? Okay, okay. Well, either way, that's what I had in mind. I was like, okay, what do we do off this 15-minute gap right here? So, boom. Okay, I'm lagging. The fuck? Oh my god, bro. Okay, I guess I can't do the recap. I can't. Oh my god, bro. This just gotta do this. This gotta be. This just has to happen when I'm recording. Just give me like, come on, come on, come on, please. Oh my god, bro. Okay, I don't even need to do that. Okay, it is what it is. Bro. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. We don't even have to do the recap for real. Well, I do, but I don't gotta use a replay. So, what do we do immediately at market open? We manipulate into this 15-minute gap. I'm looking for this 15-minute gap to either. I'm using it as my condition. If this 15-minute gap is respected, then I would like to see us come higher to this 1 hour or this 4 hour right here to get potentially a short off of. But if it gets respected, then I'm willing to take a short, because what would you have? We have basically relatively equal lows with this 4 hour sell side right here. So at this point, I'm like, all right, well, I want to see what we do off open. What do? Immediately manipulate into that 15-minute gap. We get a 30-second inversion with CISD with an RB tap. Again, really good. 1 minute RB. We got this RB getting respected plus an SMT with ES plus NQ also had a CISD. So what do we got? We have three forms of confirmation here, which is insane, right? Again, crazy. We have a CISD with 30-second ifvg with RB tap. So I put my stop loss right here at this um, just the body, like the body high of this wick. I mean, this yeah, just the body of this candle right here. Why? Because I expect price to just deliver lower. I don't expect price to rip higher anymore because there's no reason to. Because why would we do that? You know, what's the reason for price to do that after giving all the confirmation below and just edging sell side liquidity by a couple ticks, which also made me more convicted and be like, ain't no way we edge this major buy side liquidity. I mean, sell side liquidity by like 10 points, right? So at this point, I took this position lower. I didn't care that we took the internal low, which is this right here. I didn't really care about it. Why? Because there was no reason for price to reverse off this the 930 wick. There's just literally no reason for price to reverse until we hit this 4-hour EMA low. So at that point, I took my position short, and I was just praying I would hit a 101, and I did. I did hit a 101. So very clean here. I did hit my 101. And yeah, that's really it. You know what I mean? I took this 30-second inversion and immediately went break even after taking this low right here. And I'm just praying for a 101, and it hit for a 101. I thought it was gonna get break even. I'm not gonna lie, because this is just like a super, you know, I thought it was gonna get break even. But next handle, we hit my break even point, and then boom, we flush to my 101. Very clean. Uh, yeah, very clean trade here. I liked it. So yeah, that's really it. The only thing that's kind of weird about this trade is just ES. ES really isn't really in any spot of distribution. That's the only thing. But literally everything there, everything else is there except one thing. I mean, and the one thing can be voided through SMT. At this SMT, we made an SMT at market open with this swing high. Again, with SMTs, I don't really try to like use them for reversals, but okay. But since the NQ was just so obviously bearish at this point, which every confirmation possible you need, right? RB, we have an RB. I don't even use RBs, but look, we respected the RB like that. This 1 minute RB, we completely respected it, waking below CE of this 1 minute RB. Again, we also have what, a 30-second inversion of the RB with CISD, you know, using this as also in the 15-minute gap. It's just like everything is there as confirmation wise, and just like also DOL and drawn liquidity is also there, having the 930 wick below plus this leaving relative equal highs below. I mean relative equal lows. Again, everything is there really. It's just one thing that's wrong with it. And like to me, I think the one thing wasn't really the worst thing ever. Like let's say this was a 1 hour gap right here, and you know me on ES and then QB edge it, then I'll be like not taking it, right? But it's not a 1 hour gap. It's just we had an SMT. Also more confirmation. I think we even had an internal. Okay, bro, we keep doing that. You even have a internal SMT, right? If you look at ES and then Q, we also have what? An internal SMT with this RB. Again, more confirmation here. I didn't even look at that. I didn't even see that until later. But we also have an internal SMT. So again, just more confirmation. And just, you know, I was like, I don't care if we don't have, you know, anything on ES to support my trade, because we have an SMT plus internal SMT. Again, very clean. And yeah, that's really it. Just a very clean, got a 101, and that's really it. After this, I'm gonna go run, and yeah, a very clean day, like literally 2 minute work day. So that's really it. Bye.